Welcome, gentlemen. I'm starting the demo session about Salesforce. Salesforce, one of the very amazing tool of the market and growing high and high in terms of placements, service, and also the strong career opportunities ahead. So we are going to see all these things today. Before starting, as this is a new thing for us, Salesforce, a new terminology. Let's try to understand first about Salesforce. It's a very popular Chinese phrase which says that before you start the journey, talk something about destination. In the same way, before we start the journey of Salesforce, it will be good for us to just start something about the destination. Let's discuss something about the Salesforce. That who is applicable for this course? Who should do this course? What is the benefit of that? What is the market situation? Everything we are going to see, and then we are going to proceed for a topic explanation, one of the very important topic of Salesforce. If you're a normal person having no much interest in Salesforce or no such plan about Salesforce, just a normal common person, then knowing the things like Salesforce is a tool which is nothing but started for a sales activity, we started for a CRM domain, and later but it came to the marketing domain, shipping domain, finance, IT, healthcare, infrastructure, everywhere is Salesforce now. So this knowledge is sufficient if you are a normal person. But when you are going to put your time, your money, and as well as you're putting your career on Salesforce, then you should not stop here. You should also understand why Salesforce is important, what exactly Salesforce is doing to the end user, how Salesforce is performing best as compared to the other very well-known names like Microsoft, SAP, Oracle. They are literally losing the market as compared to the Salesforce. So we are also going to see what exactly is the 101 of Salesforce. The beginning. 101 is a phrase used for the beginning steps, initial steps. So first of all, we'll see who will be suitable for the Salesforce course, or we can just see some questions which is like Salesforce for whom? First question. Now please note, this is a very common question asked by many people that I can see lots of scope in the Salesforce career. I want to change my career. I want to move to Salesforce. Is Salesforce suitable for me? Please note, the only single word I will tell as the answer of this question, that anyone. Salesforce is anyone, for anyone. If you just see other technologies, let's say advanced Java, you need to have a good programming language of core Java and all. If you see any other technologies like BI and all, you should be having some kind of basic idea of BI. But in Salesforce, no matter whatever background you have, you can join without any issues. Just with initial practice, you can very well make a strong control in Salesforce. The way I have seen various my previous students who came from commerce background, sales background, or marketing background, but now working in a very good position in Salesforce. Second, what is Salesforce? So Salesforce is what? Now please note, in simple language, if I say it's a CRM tool. It's a CRM tool, CRM platform, a customer relationship management platform, a platform to make our customer happy, a platform to make your business streamlined, a platform to make a progress in your business with various advanced features. So whatever you do in business, take the backup support, or you can say take the energy of that Salesforce application and boost your business. That CRM tool is what Salesforce is using, and you know very well, almost all the Fortune 500 companies, all the mid-sized, small-sized companies also nowadays using CRM. As they need CRM, they surely need Salesforce. And apart from that, what actually is the thing related to Salesforce and all, we are also going to see. So as you know, for whom the Salesforce is and what is Salesforce, we'll just talk slightly about the growth opportunities Salesforce. See, knowing Salesforce is doing so much things, or understanding it is making lots of progress is all fine. Who is going to take the benefit? Salesforce. what about us, the people like you and me who is going to work in Salesforce? What is the benefit for them? Please note this is a recent job survey which has been done to explain the job demand in Salesforce. You can clearly see that the job demand is going high and high, especially the countries like USA, UK and all. In India, it's going just in the multiple times. It is estimated that in the last 3 years, Salesforce job demand raised 300% time in last 3 years. So you can imagine this kind of growth you cannot see in other industry in current situation. To tell a simple example, now for example, you know in India or even in the outside of India, anywhere in the world, we have the very famous application or website called as Monster to look at to search the job. If you just see the job requirement before few months, let's say 6-7 months or one year, you could see there 2 to 3 Salesforce calls per year from that Monster application. Sorry, per you can say week, okay, from Monster application. But now, if you just see, the growth is such an amazing way it is growing that you will get at least 1 to 2 calls per day. I am speaking per day. It means almost 14 to 15 calls you will get on Salesforce job for 1 week. That much is a strong growth going on throughout the world, and the wave is just riding high. It's all depending on us how we would like to get the benefit of that. Recently, we have seen one very important survey made by one of the very important agency of the IT world called as Gartner. Gartner recently posted one survey. See, whatever Gartner says is assumed to be Bible of the IT world. Whatever they say is there. Whatever they predict is going to happen for sure. So that much respected name is Gartner. So they analyze some kind of market position and share of Salesforce. You can just see the big names, SAP, just going down. Just imagine such a big brand, SAP, Oracle, the owner of Java also coming down. Microsoft just going with a very steady and normal speed. And just look at the Salesforce. It's flying high and high and high in terms of the market share, growth and profit. And this shows if you are going to jump your career, you are going to move your career, shift your career to a Salesforce, the career path you are going to get is very much concrete and the future is very much bright. So this way we have seen the benefits that we will have if we are going to put our career in Salesforce. Now we are going to proceed for a sample topic to understand how we are going to learn in Salesforce. But before going to that sample topic, let me ask everyone if anyone is having any question till this point. Any question till this point? You can use the chat box or mic, anything, so I can proceed for the next topic. Okay. Now we are going to understand one very important topic of Salesforce is called as validation rules in Salesforce. It's very important for IQ. IQ means interview questions. Very important for CQ, certification questions. Regularly in every session, I will be giving you various IQs, various CQs, interview questions and certification questions. When you are going to complete the course, you will see at least 150 interview questions and certification questions will be ready in your mind by just attending the course. So just imagine, not only you will get the knowledge, but you will be very much confident for facing interview and certification. So let's start. So for this topic, priority level is very high because it's used regularly in the real-time projects. So when you are going to work in Salesforce, you will see the use of validation rule is almost regular. Daily you are going to use. So let me start from the explanation. Please note the mode of learning which we have is absolutely simplified. Whatever we learn or whatever we do, we try to make the things very much simplified and stepwise. So before jumping to the validation rule explanation or hands-on, let me tell you the important thing about the background of validation rule. Okay. Now see here, this is a diagram which will tell you what is the meaning of validation rule. Let's start. It's a very simplified diagram and very in detail diagram, so you will get the both benefits. First of all, Salesforce says that whenever your customer is going to enter in data, so whoever your customer is, whenever they are going to use Salesforce application, they would surely expect you to implement such kind of facility by which no one will enter a wrong data into the application. In this case, when your customer will say that do something in Salesforce for me, that no user should be able to enter wrong data, improper data, then at that time, please note your concept should be, or your tool should be validation rule. Whenever you want to restrict wrong data, solution is validation rule. But how it's going to happen? Now please note, first initially, whenever user is going to make any kind of input into the system, maybe any text data, maybe any kind of numerical data, anything. You will check whether this data is acceptable. Now, who is going to decide this? Your customer. You ask your customer what is the expectation level, what is the criteria, and then you need to convert that criteria in the validation rule that we are going to see very soon. Once you add this in terms of criteria, if it is acceptable, all fine, nothing will happen, data will go to the database. If it is not acceptable, no, then at that time there will be a problem. Then customer, or you can say the end user, will get an error message that sorry, this is not acceptable. And this is the format we are going to use. This is the flow that you are going to put in your business, with which all those improper entries you can restrict and avoid your avoid all such elements which are not used for business, and make your complete Salesforce application very much strong and concrete. This is the overview. It's time to see the action. Now let me tell you one real life scenario, a business scenario, and then I'm going to tell you how we can implement the validation rule in that particular topic. Okay. So now I'm going to just open one object of Salesforce. Now I have logged into Salesforce. Now how to log into Salesforce, how to create the account in Salesforce, how to use the Salesforce, everything we are going to see in the regular sessions. Right now I have just opened one Salesforce object. That is nothing but a form we are having. Let's say our customer is Indeed, okay, and you know very well Indeed is a very famous company for giving jobs to the people. They are having a job portal. So assume they are our customer. And please note, whatever we learn in our session, we always learn in the real-time scenarios. We don't learn the bookish things, because we know that when we are learning the things by real-time trainers, the main intention is to understand what is the real-time use. Otherwise, we can read the books also and we can learn also. We are not doing that because we are here to learn the real-time things. So, coming to the point, we are creating a project for our Indeed customer, assume that, and for them we have created Indeed application, for them we have created the Indeed form. Now all these things, application tab and all these things which you are going to see in the regular sessions, let me come directly to the point of the day, that is validation rule. Now in this form we are taking all the details about the customer or the person who is willing to have a job. In that thing we have one element called as age. Assume that as per the local government rules, you know that if even you can see the local rules of your government system, if anyone is trying to get a job below age 18, this is illegal. This is not allowed by government, right? So age less than 18, we cannot give the job to that person. So let's say we want to implement that thing also in our business. If anyone is entering the age below 18, we are not going to allow that person to enter the form. And for that we are going to use validation rule. How? See now. First of all, click on this arrow. This is called as quick access menu. Click on this view validation rule. This is the option where you can create the validation rule. This one. Now the page will load where we are going to just see the validation rule for this particular object. Now you can see that. This is the object detail page. You can just come down and you can see there is a segment called as validation rule. Here, let the page appear. Here we create the validation rule. Okay, click on new. First is the rule name. You can give the validation rule. Okay, so validation rule for age, for example. Okay. Second option is active. Please note, if you want this validation rule should work, make it active, else it will not work. I have seen lots of people doing this mistake in the real-time projects, writing the validation rule but not making active. Then please note it will not work. You must make it active. Description you can give like this: if age is below 18, don't allow for form end. Please note, description is for people like you and me who are going to design all these things. So in future, if you want to understand why this validation rule is created, just read description. That's it. So you can add here information about the task number because of which you did, who told you to do this, what is the date, everything you can inform here as per your company project policies. Now, this is very important thing, the error condition formula. Salesforce is telling you that I can do this thing for you, this validation lifetime. But you only tell me one time what is the rule, in what situation I should do this. So you should mention here the rule by which you are going to tell Salesforce, if so and so XYZ is a situation, please throw error. That's it. And how to do that? For that we have three important tools: insert field, insert operator, and functions. So let's see how we can do that. First of all, first thing, decide on which field you want to work. So for that, click on insert field. Okay, now click on insert field. This is Indeed form, right? You don't want to work on label, permission, profile, no, right? You just want to work on Indeed form. I'm going to click on that. Please note, dollar label, dollar object type, whatever you see in Salesforce in dollar, please note that is a global element. We are going to see in future what is the meaning of global element in regular sessions. That will see afterwards. Global means you want to access everywhere. But right now our focus is Indeed form. Click on that and search which field you want to work. I want to work on age field. Click on age, and you can see here the field is there, so ready for selection. So click on that, click on insert, and the field is added here. Okay. Now there is a second segment called as operator. So we have lots of operators by sales in the Salesforce system. You can use whatever you want. Now you need to decide which will be suitable. You want to do addition, subtraction, multiplication? No. You want to see less than? Yes. This is what we see. This is what we want to see. Click on less than. Now less than what? If the age is less than 18. That's it. This way you have added the validation rule. But are we correct? Are we going right? This you need to check by clicking on this option, check syntax. Let's see. Click on check syntax and Salesforce will tell you is it right or wrong. You can see it is saying no error found, everything is absolutely fine. Great. Now just come down and Salesforce is asking you that please tell me if someone is going to enter, let's say age 16 or maybe 14 or anything like that below 18, what error message I would show to that person. That you need to add here. Let me add that. Sorry, no job for age below 18 as per government rules. Simple. A simple message you can give for the customer so they will understand, oh, this is not the correct situation and we should go with the other experience, the other age. Okay. Once you added the error message, Salesforce is asking that can you tell me where you would like to show this error message. We have two options. One, top of the page, and second, fields. Now please note, it's always best to show the error message beside the field. Okay, so let me select the field. If you want to show top of the page, then the message will be here, somewhere here, at the top of the page. But there's a problem with this. When you will have fields like 300 fields, 400 fields on the form, and when you are going to throw an error message, your customer, your end user will be in the problem. He need to search where is the error message coming from. He need to search all these 300, 400 fields. So please note, always we should work keeping the customer in the center point. That's why we should not adopt that facilities which will give the problem to the customer. If you go for this field value, exactly beside the field, error message will be shown. So customer will be very easy to find. Click here, which field you want to show error message beside the field. So age is the field beside which I want to show the error message. Okay, press on save. That's That's it. This is your validation rule completely created. This is the validation rule detail page. Let's see the output now. How it's going to work. So in the Indeed form, click on new button. We are going to create a new record. Let's say any name. Let's say for example Sam, and I'm going to keep all these things blank because our focus is on age. Let's say I'm adding the age 25. Press on save, and you can see there is no error. Everything is working fine. Correct? Now let me add one more record. Let's say Jim. The name is Jim. Age is 17. Now this is a problem, right? See what will happen. Press on save, and Salesforce will clearly say you, sorry, no job for age below 18 as per government rule. And this is what validation rule is. We have hundreds of different scenarios and use cases in our business. This is one of the very important topics, so make it very much clear and do the practice with the assignments which I am going to provide you regularly. So that's it from my side, and that's it with the validation rule. So Dinesh, I'm done with the thing. So all the people in this